Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be me attempting to customize this little Barbie Chelsea doll. I actually did a video of cleaning her up a few years ago because I did originally get her secondhand, but today I had the random urge to see if I could just like completely reroot her hair with this yarn, because I think that it would match her eyes. The lighting's not the best in here, but anyways, this is either going to turn out really cute or it's going to be a total disaster, but either way I'm going to record it. So let's get started. So right now what I'm doing is I am dunking her whole head in really hot water so that I can take her head off, and now I am cutting off her hair, and in a second I'm going to start plucking out the hair from the inside so that I can get all those little bits of hair out. And the reason that I keep dunking her head into the hot water, even though it's already off of her body, is because to get the little strands of hair out, to get the tweezers in the head, I kind of had to push the top of her head like in so that I could see where all the bits of hair were, and also so that the tweezers could reach them. And at this point I was struggling a little bit because I had just reboiled the water, and the hot water kept like splashing on my hands and burning me. So if you see me like drop her head a lot, it's because the water burned me, so I just kind of freaked out and dropped it. So at this point I was struggling a lot too, because I was trying to get all the hair from that one little strand of hair out, but the thing is the hair roots inside her head, they were like covered by a fold of plastic on the inside of her head, so I couldn't get the tweezers into it. And I tried a ton of different things, and you'll see in a minute I kind of ended up just mostly pulling it out from the top instead of trying to get on the inside of it. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And I just switched the camera angle because I kept bumping into the camera and it was bugging me and I wasn't able to get the hair out fully. But you'll see in a second that I did end up getting all the hair out, even though it was a little bit difficult. So yeah. Okay, so as you can see, I finally got all of her hair out. That took me a very long time, and my fingers are all cramped up now, but now we can start rooting her new hair. I'm gonna do this yarn for it, and I'm gonna like brush it out too so that it looks like actual hair, but I'm gonna just clean up for a second first, and then I will be right back. Okay, so this next part is me just kind of trying to figure out how to actually root her hair because I had never done that before. So the first thing that I tried was using the little needle to just push it through the hole in her head, but that didn't work. So then I tried to put the yarn through the eye of the needle, but the first needle I was using was too small, and now I switched on to another needle. What I finally ended up doing was putting the yarn through the eye of the needle and then poking it through her head and then tying it and pulling it back out. And sometimes the strands of yarn were like too weak and they would just break, so then I would have to like pull them back out of her head, and that happens a few times during the video. But yeah, that's how I ended up rooting her hair. Okay, so I got some of the hair rooting done, but I've been working on this for like an hour, 2 hours, and this is pretty much all I have done of rooting the hair, and I'm recording it with a time lapse, so it's gonna be faster, but it's still gonna be really long. So I'm gonna stop recording for a little bit and just root this, and then I will be back when I have made some more progress. And here is update number 1 on her hair. I just kind of got a little bit more done on the side and a little bit into the back. Update number 2, right here I got a lot more done on the back and almost all the way around to the other side. Update number 3, I finally got it rooted all the way around the head, on that little outline on the head. Update number 4, I gave her a middle part in her hair. She had a side part before, but I decided I wanted a middle part, so that's what I did. Update 5, I got 2 more rows of her hair rooted in the back near the bottom of her head. update 6, I think. I don't remember which one I was on. But anyways, I got more of her hair rooted into the back of her head. Update 7, I got closer to the top of her head with the rooting. Update 9, pretty much almost done with her hair. You can see that I'm pretty close to the top of her head. And update 10, I am finally finished. Okay, so it took me a couple days, but I did finally finish rooting all of her hair, and I need to trim it, but I'm gonna do that a little bit later because right now I want to work on repainting her body. She's got this cute little like pink bodysuit, and it's nice and I like the design, but it doesn't really match her new hair colors. So I'm gonna try to take this paint off and repaint it in a color that's gonna match her hair more. So right now I'm just trying to wipe off her paint with some nail polish remover and cotton balls. So I got off as much of her paint as I could, but then I realized that the acetone was starting to melt her plastic, and I didn't really want that, so I decided I would just try to paint over it. But I did try to get the butterfly off, and the acetone wasn't working, so I ended up just sanding it because it wasn't painted on. It was more like it was part of her body, like part of her body mold. But now I am starting to paint her with this nice blue color. So I did a few coats of that blue paint with the big paintbrush, but now I'm just going in and filling in all the little details with a smaller paintbrush. So I let her paint dry for a little while, and now I went in with a pencil to sketch out the design I wanted to do, and now I'm just starting to paint that design. So I ended up painting a little flower on her, and I let it dry for a bit, and now I'm just going over it all with some clear nail polish to try to make sure that the paint doesn't chip too much. So when that dried, I put her head back on, and now I am tying it up to see how long I want it to be when I cut it. And when I did cut it, it ended up being a little bit uneven, but I just decided to tie it up into ponytails so you wouldn't really be able to tell, and I had to retie them a few times, but I finally ended up getting them all good. So after I put up her ponytails, I decided I wanted to give her little bows. So I just made some little bows out of the yarn and then hot glued them onto her hair. So I finally finished her, and here's just one final look at her and her hair and her little outfit. And I will definitely be posting some pictures of her on my Instagram soon, so if you want to see that, then go check out my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. And that's pretty much it for this video, so that's it for now. Bye guys, thanks for watching.